Hey guys, so a couple weeks ago, my patio table got destroyed in a storm, and we came out and the whole glass top was completely shattered from a big windstorm. And so I was thinking what kind of table I would want to replace it with, and I had the idea of having a round wooden table. So I mentioned to my husband, and he immediately went and bought the wood and decided he would build the table. So here it is, it's beautiful. I stained it yesterday. I really like how it's coming together. It's super sturdy, never gonna get blown over by the wind. And I've been trying to decide if I'm gonna paint it before I seal it. And you might know I've painted a couple other picnic tables, so I'm kind of feel like I should. So I'm gonna paint it today. I thought I'd bring you along and show you the process. And if we hate it, we'll just sand it and start over, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So here we go. All right, so my first step in planning out what I'm gonna paint on the table is first I designed it on Photoshop. And I wanted a design that would incorporate the round surface that I'm working on. And then I export that as a PNG and import that into my Silhouette design studio. So I do use a Silhouette to cut out the outline of everything that I'm gonna paint. I know Cricut is a more popular cutting machine right now. It seems to be in a lot more stores. I've always used the Silhouette, and one of the reasons that I continue to use it is because it handles larger material, and a lot of times I do want to paint something that's very large. So this table is almost 66 inches in diameter. The Silhouette can handle a cutting surface that's 12 inches wide, but it can be 3 feet long. So basically I have to take my design, which is 66 inches in diameter, and I have to break it down into sections that I can cut that will be only 12 inches wide, and then the length can be fairly long, so I can go to 3 feet. So I'm starting with the very middle, and I've cut out, this is adhesive vinyl that I've cut out. These were each 12 inches wide. There's 2 half circles here, and that's where I'm going to start. And I'm just going to use the adhesive vinyl as my template to make sure that I paint a perfectly round circles. And I am using just the most basic acrylic paint from the craft aisle at Michael's. And the reason I use this paint is because I'm going to cover the whole thing in about 3 coats of poly when I'm all done, and that's going to seal and protect the paint. So I don't have to use like a super special kind of paint because I'm going to seal it. And I like to use this craft paint because I just need a small quantity of each color, and this comes in a variety of different shades and colors, so it just gives me a lot of options to match up the colors to what I want. Okay, so I'm doing something a little bit different this time. Normally I would cut out every single line on adhesive vinyl and put it down and then paint so that I get the cleanest, crispest line possible. But this time, because I'm basically just doing a lot of curves, and they don't have to be, it's okay if they aren't exactly how I plotted them out in my drawing. I drew it with a pencil, and I'm just attempting to freehand it. Okay, so the next part of the project was to create the sun rays. So all of the sun rays are the same size and the same distance apart. So instead of cutting 19 of these, I decided to tape them off with blue painter's tape. The distance between 2 sun rays is 1 inch, and then the distance between the big end is 3 inches. So this is where math meets art, and I just measured around the table 3 inches, and the blue painter's tape is already 1 inch. And so I just kept taking the 2 that I have and moving them around and then taping them off. And so now I'm going to paint them, and I'm super excited about this part. I think it's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Okay, so we finally made it to the best part of the day, and also the moment of truth, where I'm going to pull this tape off and see how we did on the sun rays. Okay, so one of the last things I'm going to do is add some shadows to the moon. I had this Silhouette design which has all the different layers of the moon that I use for different projects, so I'm just going to add some really hopefully subtle shadows to make it more obvious this is the moon. I'm on my very last step. As you can see, it's getting dark out here. I've been out here the whole day working on this table, and I'm gonna do the stars. I used the silhouette to cut out the star shapes. I'm gonna pull off the vinyl. Okay, so here it is, the table.